WrestleMania 41, night one last night took place. Let's talk about it, guys. There was a lot of good moments on there. Some surprises. Not as many surprises as I think some people were hoping for, but I think tonight is the night where we see run-ins from guys like The Undertaker, Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, of course. But let's talk about night one. Show was kind of alright up until that main event. The main event delivered tenfold, I would say. Absolutely hit. Some people I've seen online calling this the greatest triple threat match in WWE history. I don't know if I'm at that point with it, but it was great. CM Punk got his WrestleMania main event. We saw a shocking heel turn during the main event. I really dug that, and the card top to bottom I thought was solid. If you're looking for a great wrestling show, maybe this isn't for you, but I'll tell you what, AEW Dynasty, that was a couple weeks ago. And if you want, 5-star matches throughout the card, that's the show for you. This isn't the show for you. This is the show where you're going to see Jelly Roll and also Vikingo. Who would have thought that would happen? Let's talk about what happened, though. First match of the night, Jey Uso defeats Gunther to become the new World Heavyweight Champion. Jey Uso, for the first time in his career, is the World Champion. I think that's tremendous, guys. Big Jey Uso fan throughout the years. Maybe not as big as some people, though. I really like that he's been able to make a name for himself. Any tag team wrestler that can break out as a singles guy, I have a lot of respect for. The fact that Jey Uso has been able to do what he has been and connect with the audience in the way that he's been able to, I like Gunther more, I'll be honest here, there's some bias there. I probably would have preferred Gunther to keep the title. I see Gunther more as the world champion, but you gotta pull the trigger in times where somebody's catching fire and you have lightning in a bottle. We saw Kofi Mania happen, we saw the Yes movement happen, and now we got the Yeet movement doing its thing, and Jey Uso, world champion right now. As for the match, I thought it was solid. I didn't think it was the best thing in the world. We've seen them wrestle before. I think it was similar to the Royal Rumble match. Didn't light the house on fire, but still pretty solid. B-. Jey Uso on the post-conference was interesting, man. He was just yeeting a whole bunch, and at one point he said, "Do you know what I'm saying?" And no, Jay, I had no idea what you were talking about in that moment. Let's move on. The New Day defeat the Viking Raiders to become the new WWE World Tag Team Champions. This is the first time in 4 years that the New Day has held main roster gold. Shout out to Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. Turned heel months ago. It's been working for them. They get the titles here. 12-time tag team champions on that main roster. Shout out to them. I think they had to give it to them because the tag team division is kind of cool right now. New Day at least is an established tag team, so I'll take that. C+ grade, not the greatest match, but kind of in a dead spot right there after Jey Uso beats Gunther, because Jey Uso winning that title was such a moment. So New Day winning, but still, it's 2 matches up, 2 title changes so far. Next up, we got Jade Cargill beating Naomi. They've been feuding for a bit. Naomi took out Jade Cargill. Jade got her revenge last night. Another really solid match. I was surprised by this. I liked this match probably more than the previous 2 matches. Maybe because I was more surprised by it. I didn't think Jade Cargill was going to have that good of a match with Naomi. But kudos to both women. They both came out and had a great match with each other. For what it was a great match. Now, saying that, I gave it a B-, but up until that point, my favorite thing in the card so far. Shout out to Jade Cargill and Naomi. Jade Cargill looked like $1 million during this performance. I watched her in AEW. I was a big fan of hers there. I'm surprised they let her jump ship, and we'll see what she does. But it looks like she's going to be women's champion. Would not surprise me to see her win Women's Money in the Bank this year. Another person that I think has a big 2025 and future for them is Jacob Fatu. And Jacob Fatu defeated LA Knight to win the United States Championship. Jacob Fatu's first singles title in WWE. Guy debuted on the main roster less than a year ago, already the United States Champion, and this, up until this point, was my favorite match on the card. LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu. I thought they had pretty good chemistry with each other. There's some really cool moves up at the top ropes that LA Knight just displayed insane levels of athleticism to counteract Jacob Fatu's levels of athleticism. I thought these two Had a really good match for what it was. Better than I thought it was going to be. Just like the previous match. Give these wrestlers some time, and they can show out on the biggest stage of them all. The crowd was kind of a disappointment here. I looked at them, and I know it's tough with the big atmosphere in the big arena, but just looking at the hard camera side, they're doing nothing. LA Knight and Jacob Fatu were doing some really awesome stuff, and these people couldn't care less after they spent thousands of dollars on tickets. Blows my mind. I would say this match was a B. It was my favorite match. Like Jade Cargill and Naomi, I think we're starting to build up the card a little bit here. I think, Mania so far up until this point, solid show. Nothing too great, but solid show. And that leads us to our next match, which another solid affair. El Grande Americano defeating Rey Fenix. This was originally supposed to be Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio gets hurt on SmackDown leading into WrestleMania. Very disappointing, doesn't get to wrestle El Grande Americano, a guy that I'm sure he's admired a lot in the past for what he's done for Lucha, El Grande Americano, the legend that he is. So instead, Rey Fenix has to come in the match. I would say this was a B-. It was a solid match. The entrance video for El Grande Americano was tremendous, and he came out to a mariachi band, and that was a thing. You know what? There's going to be a segment of the audience that loves this, and there's going to be a segment that hates this. I feel like I'm somewhere in the middle, but maybe on the side that loves it a bit more, because I'm a huge Chad Gable fan. I wish he was doing more. I think he should be the modern-day Kurt Angle. I have my own thoughts on that. But still, solid match. He gets the win, and Rey Fenix sucks that he loses at WrestleMania, but I kind of figured, and I think Rey Mysterio will get his win back at the next pay-per-view or premium live event, which I believe is Backlash, which is coming up pretty soon. Next up, we have Tiffany Stratton defeating Charlotte Flair, the first title defended that was successfully defended here. Tiffany Stratton beat Charlotte Flair. This feud has gotten personal on SmackDown throughout the weeks. Some real-life supposed issues, that's the rumors at least, were put out on our TV screens on SmackDown over the past few weeks. I thought it was a bit sloppy at times. Bit stiff. You could tell that there was an issue with them a little bit. Kind of reminded me weirdly of Hangman Page and CM Punk, because we know about the real life issues and maybe potentially going off script. Nothing crazy happened during the match. Tiffany was beat up a bit. She was, a battered Barbie, as she said on the press conference after. I'm surprised that Charlotte didn't get it done, but I figured once I saw the amount of title switches, I was like, man, are they really going to do this? And also, John Cena's probably going to get 17 tonight. Are they going to give Charlotte number 15 on the same weekend that John Cena gets number 17? It just didn't make sense to me in my brain there, so I didn't think that was going to happen, and it didn't happen. To shout out to Tiffany Stratton, as far as the match, I think it was like a B-, C+, man. I'm going to go with a B-. I'll give it that, but some people are saying AA+. I don't understand that. I thought it was a decent match that was sloppy at times, and I think people are just happy that Tiffany Stratton won the match clean. And the final match we're going to be talking about, the most exciting match on this card, probably the most excited that I have been about a match during this whole weekend and maybe this whole year. It's CM Punk, Roman Reigns, and the winner of this match, Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins beats Roman Reigns and CM Punk, two of the most popular wrestlers in the company right now. Seth Rollins gets it done against, and he's one of the most popular wrestlers in his own right. This match was great. They were out in the crowd. A lot of finishers in there, stolen finishers. This was the match that saved night one. Going into that match, you could say, man, this was like a solid show, but no 5-star matches. No even, I would say, 4-star matches if you're going off the Meltzer scale of things. I'm going off the grade system here, and I don't have anything higher than a B right now. So, nothing spectacular. When it's WrestleMania, I want to see spectacular, amazing matches. I look back to a WrestleMania like WrestleMania 17, where every match on that card was hitting, man. And every match was like 4 or 5 stars. And up till the main event of night one yesterday, nothing was at that level. This was on that level. Great match. The thing that people are going to be talking about is what happened at the end there. Paul Heyman's about to help out CM Punk. He low blows Punk. Looks like he's about to help out Roman Reigns. Decides, hey, no, I'm not going to help out Roman Reigns. I'm going to low blow you too and get stuck in the middle of your pants a little bit. That was kind of weird. And then Seth Rollins chair shot and wins the match, the triple threat match. I thought, as a longtime CM Punk diehard fan, I'm just happy he got the main event. I thought for sure Roman Reigns was going to win the match, and I thought it would be Roman and Paul, and they'd heat Roman up for another world title reign again. Didn't happen though. Seth Rollins is now a new Paul Heyman guy. I am really looking forward to the direction that goes, and I'm looking forward to night 2 tonight. We got John Cena versus Cody Rhodes, and in my opinion, here's your prediction, guys. If you stuck around this long, I'll give you a prediction. I think Miro comes back to the company tonight, and he challenges Randy Orton. I think it's going to be like Cody Rhodes coming back to WrestleMania a couple of years ago, 2-3 years ago. It's going to be like that. Now let's see if Miro gets the same push that Cody did. I doubt it, but that'd be cool, man. Give me your thoughts. WrestleMania 41 night 2 tonight. Comment below, and I will be recapping that tomorrow to you guys.